Because
One thing, like my intrusive thought wants me to ever like just me fixing a room and do like a whole like content creation about it. If it's not HIPAA or privacy violation, I would
No.
like to like knead down a whole bed,
literally.
put a pump in like tick 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 tick, like
Okay.
ASMR, like tick tick.
That would be so fun. I want to wear a GoPro so bad, but HIPAA be out here dragging folks down.
Yeah, no. Hey Bestie, it's your favorite caffeinated, medicated, and never hydrated nurse, and welcome back to your favorite podcast. I beg your pardon, Bestie, I miss you so much. Another week, another yap session, another therapy for us to be together. And I'm super excited to be here with you wherever you are right now, at work, at home, sleeping and listening to podcasts because that's your white noise kind of shit. Wherever you are right now, working because you're short staff, a night shift, day shift, mid shift, wherever you are right now, you're listening. Bestie, I hope you're doing well. I hope life's treating you well. And if it's not, take those medications, baby. Get some caffeine, get some sun, touch some fucking grass, and you will be fine. I promise you. Just don't give up on yourself. That's the most important thing in life. Yes, ma'am. Now, before we continue with this whole thing, do me a quick favor. If you listen to this podcast right now, make sure that you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review and share this episode if you like it. I know you guys are super excited to know who's the guest for this episode of the podcast, but wait a second, baby. Okay. Also, I'm currently in Augusta, Georgia, for the short staff tour. We're stopping here for tonight, and I have a special guest in here. It is my first time here in Augusta, and listen, very south. That's all I can tell you. It's very south. Okay, I've never been in the south, but like I thought Lato, when she was talking about the south, she's talking about Miami South, but like this is a different kind of South. But thank you for having me here. Also, if you haven't gotten your tickets to the short staff tour, Ships Getting Real Leg 2, it's the time, Bestie. Get your tickets now at www.nursejohnshows.com. Bring your bestie, bring your family, bring your partner, bring your colleagues, every single one of them. It's a good night to have fun, have a girls' night, laugh at all the shit that we go through together. And it's just a fun night together. All right. And also, if you didn't know, I just released my first ever skincare brand, Philly Skin, which you should definitely go check out, because if you're suffering with that dark circles, that's right. Because you work hard, and a bad bitch who works hard still gets dark circle, okay? And you gotta keep yourself looking good, looking bright, looking everything. My first ever product is an under eye serum, so you should definitely check it out at www.phillyskin.com. And now, you're probably wondering who's our guest for this week of the podcast. It's none other than the baddest bitch out there, the newest grad nursing, okay? And he's a content creator, he's a model, he's a lifestyle creator, he's everything. Lorenzo, hello, baby.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me today.
Oh my God, thank you so much for coming to the I Beg Your Pardon podcast and coming to the show tonight.
I'm super excited. I mean, there ain't nothing else to do down here. Like you said, it's real south. So what else would I be doing other than
we're just looking around, you know what I mean? But thanks for coming into the podcast. I've been, I've been seeing you yap in social media, and I was like, this man is so fun. He just say whatever is in his mind, and he just do whatever he wants, and he's so cool, he's so fun, and like you make being new grad as a nurse more fun, less anxiety provoking, and like normalizing that shit's gonna go down, but guess what? Okay. You can still be a bad bitch. Period.
That's the number one rule.
Thank you.
Got to be a bad bitch the whole time. Even when you falling apart.
Thank you so much.
You still got to be a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Now, Lorenzo, for people listening right now, they're probably gonna want to know you deeper, just as Lorenzo, a nurse, or Lorenzo as a lifestyle or a model. But like, tell us more about you. So, let's go down deep south. Deep south.
Okay.
Deep south, like birth.
Florida?
Like Florida south.
Okay, hold on. I might have to take these off of that. So I'm actually from Ohio, which is crazy to think about. It's been a long time. I was born and raised in Columbus, Ohio. And I moved to Georgia probably like 13, 14 years ago. If my mama watching this, you ain't got to correct the camera. It's okay. I don't know. It's been a long time. But yeah, so it came from down there, from Ohio, moved down here, started school, and honestly, that's pretty much it to this point. Nothing too crazy. Just hopped up and left.
And do you have any siblings?
Yes, so I have 2 siblings on my mother's side, Lourdes and Terrence.
Lourdes is so, wait a second. Okay, you gotta let backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
Lourdes and Lorenzo. Lorenzo is very Spanish. Are you Spanish?
Yes, I'm Mexican.
Hold on. You Mexican?
Sí.
¿Cómo está?
Bien, bien.
Oh,
¿Estás
my.
aquí trabajando? No haces nada más.
Oh my God! Holy shit! Hey, he bilingual. Hey, please.
I don't know medical Spanish though. Don't take that.
Don't take that one.
That's literally a third language is medical Spanish.
Oh, that's
literally.
I know, right? So you're half Mexican and half.
Yep, half Mexican, half black. My dad is Mexican and my mom is black.
Oh, black from where?
Columbus, Ohio, I guess.
Columbus.
That's all I know.
Because I know my friend Tia, shout out to my girl Tia. I didn't know she's Jamaican and Haitian.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wait a second. Okay, that's my girl.
Yep.
Jamaican and Haitian.
Mexican and black. Now, I don't know where my black side is from because, I mean, the furthest I can think back is like Alabama.
Alabama, okay.
And then my Mexican side, it's called Aguascalientes, Mexico.
Oh, shit. Whatever the fuck you said.
Yeah.
I said Mexico.
I mean, it's hot water Mexico, but like I don't know what's there. I don't know who's there. I could have a cousin or 7. I really don't know.
Oh, that's but they all were living in Ohio for most part of their lives.
From what I know, yes. I don't investigate too much now.
No, not anymore. Yeah,
sometimes the patient history, you just got to get what's going on right now.
Oh, he's so fucking funny. Okay, so you have siblings in your mother's side, and any from your father's side?
Nope.
No, nothing.
Just me.
Oh, just you. Oh, so you're basically a single. Not a single. Stupid. You're only child.
Yes, on my dad's side.
Me too.
Really?
I'm an only child.
That's why
I don't know what my dad did and if I have any siblings from there.
That's why when you asked me, I was like,
I don't know where my dad is. I don't know if I got siblings, half siblings, or anything, but I know I'm an only child right now.
No, so I know where my dad is, but I don't know what he did up to this point. So
no knowledge. Okay, and so growing up, was there any influence in your life that made you want to become a healthcare worker, a nurse? Like, is there any influence like that? Like, what's?
So my great grandmother, who is still alive, she was an LPN retired. I want to say she retired twice. She retired, I know for sure, and then went back to working again as LPN. That lady will never sit down.
It's giving boomer.
Yeah. So
boomer extreme.
She took care of people forever, and she's always just been like the sweetest soul. Like,
right.
Everybody knows grandma loves the best, okay? Like great grandma got love to go around. It didn't matter who you were, where you were, what you were, how you were. Grandma has some love to share.
Thank you. I grew up with my grandma.
Yeah.
She raised me. My grandma raised me.
Yeah.
And
my grandparents raised me too.
Oh my God. Oh, what?
Yeah.
I love my grandparents. Listen, they be feeding me. They be doing everything for me. If my mom ever fucks me up, they're like, come to me then.
Literally.
She'll fuck my mom up.
I was committing crimes left and right with my mama because my grandma would be like, and what you gonna do about it? And I'm like,
yeah. And if I'm broke, she gives me the money.
Okay.
My grandpa gives me the money.
The last dollar.
Thank you.
But no, so she worked in healthcare, and then my grandmother on my dad's side, she worked for the healthcare industry for as long as I can remember. And so it was just like constantly surrounded with healthcare workers, being in healthcare, physical therapists, occupational therapists on the business side, on the nursing side. So it's been a lot of involvement in it. I think it's just kind of one of those things that you kind of get attached to.
Right.
And then, my grandmother being on the direct care side really just, I don't know, it's one of those things that really just, she stitched in me just a little bit. She did. It was a bigger stitch than I thought because here I am.
She gaslit you, basically.
She did.
She's like, we are too short-staffed, so why not work with us?
She'll tell you in a minute, though. Nursing ain't what it used to be. I'm like, please.
Please. Y'all wearing that skirt all white and you got time. Y'all look good. Yep. Now we don't got time for that. Okay. No time. Okay, so there was an influence in your life before you became a nurse.
Yes.
And this helped it. And like, what did she say when you became one?
That I think is like her number one like thing in her mind these days. Like, I don't think there's anyone who's more proud of me for becoming a registered nurse than my great grandmother. Like,
that's so sweet.
I mean, every time I talk to her, she's like, "How's nursing going? You know, are you doing okay? I know you're just doing such a good job taking care of folks," and it just lights her whole entire world up. And seeing her world light up lights mine up because she is, like I said, like she is the glue for our whole family. So I love that I get to make her proud every day. Every time I talk to her, she's so excited.
That is the sweetest little thing ever.
I love my great grandma.
Honestly, like a grandma's love is so like, again, like my grandma loves my mom, but my grandma loves me more than she loves my mom.
Mm-hmm. And she won't admit it.
No.
Oh, she admits it or she don't?
Oh no, she don't.
Oh, mine won't admit it. But girl, I know what's going on. You don't have to say it. I know.
That's why shout out to my grandma. I know you're in the Philippines right now drinking your coffee in the
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that's it. So wait a second. So it was an influence while you went to healthcare.
Yes.
Was it nursing the first choice? Like, what's going on? Was it like, do you want to be a veterinarian, dentistry? Because healthcare is big, right?
It is. And
why nursing? Like, you know what I mean?
So at first it was a vet, but then I was like, could I put a dog down?
Don't. Listen, I watch those Hope Corps and TikTok.
They get me every time.
No, I don't want to do that.
Tears.
No.
But so I would say that was one of the first things was a vet, and then you want to be 101 things by the time you turn 18. And so when I finally got into college, my plan was to go to medical school.
Yes.
Doctor.
No. Yeah.
No, I thought about it and I literally did everything for it. Like in high school, I took the dual enrollment courses, like all the things so that I could just go ahead and I would be like fast tracked pretty much to graduating so that I could go to medical school. And then I was in there in the lab and then I was in the lab again. Mm-hmm. And they were talking to graduates and I was like, but you want me to go back to the lab. And so I was like, okay, if I touch another Bunsen burner, I'm going to turn into one. So we got to figure something out. I couldn't do it. Then it hit me. I'm so poor while I was in school. And then I had to graduate and be poor again.
Thank you.
We got to call the cops because something's got to get figured out. And so after talking with my advisors and kind of looking through, nursing was suggested. And it was like, you can still advance your practice, but you can make a little bit of income, be comfortable. Like if you want to take a break, you can. You don't have to go so hard for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did. I went and my grandma told me like, you'll know if it's for you after that first clinical.
Oh, okay. And then you stayed. What was the first clinical?
Med surge.
In
a hospital. It was.
You know that well that you love nursing when you went to med surge.
Okay.
I feel like that should scare the shit out of you.
Or insanity, which I'm not denying, but like.
Right. We're not denying any mental illness in here. We are all insane at some point. Okay, like.
But yeah, so it was med surge, and it was insane.
For sure.
Because I was like, is this play about us? Like, what's going on? Bed baths for the floor. Why? Like, what's going on here?
And did you do it here in Augusta?
I did it in Aiken. Aiken Regional Hospital was my very first clinical.
Shout out Aiken Regional Hospital.
Y'all.
Look at your boy. Successful.
You made a baddie. I do have to say.
Thank you. And then, you continued with nursing and you loved it every single time, or what's going on?
So I loved it all the way up until I was precepting and transitioning into being a licensed nurse and orienting. Like, precepting was absolutely the hardest thing that I ever had to do. And that was the only time that I really like questioned, like, oh my gosh, like, bitch, did you get a whole degree?
Yeah.
And you're not going to use it? Like, what's going on here? And so that was my only time that I really was doubting it. Now, we could go back to like when I was taking tests and I was like, I hate this, but like, that's just school. Everybody feel like that. But yeah, it was precepting. And then when I started orienting, I had some doubtful moments, but like that's when I was like, okay, We can do this.
We can do this. Yeah, we can survive it. We can survive a few more steps, and we can make money.
Yes. So that's the only time that I think I was really doubting, and I was like, like, I can't do it.
Yeah, you always have this crash out in nursing. Like, you know what? Am I really meant for this one? Like, is this really something I'm gonna be doing? Can I really save people's lives? I cannot even save mine.
Heavy on can I even save mine?
Right,
baby, like dragged.
Like, you know, the funny thing is, like, for me, it's like I see my patients medicated with the same mental illness that I got, and they on one, and I'm not. Like, how is this fair? I'm supposed to be coming in that room feeling like I'm the sane one, baby. I'm more insane than you are.
Okay.
And I don't know how I played it. I play good. Maybe I'm just meant for Hollywood. Hey.
Amen.
Amen. Maybe I'm an actor. I'm a good actor. Okay, I can fake it till I make it, kind of thing.
And honestly, you are a good actor if you work in the hospital.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just got to be like,
You go to one room, you fight one bitch, and then you go to the second one, you smile. The third, you cry. The fourth, you frown. The fifth, you lose it. Like
I literally, like, you can ask any of my coworkers. I tell them, like, I have multiple personalities.
Oh yeah, like you
sure.
have to be that movie Split. Like you have to.
That's literally who I am.
You have to have 18.
Okay, Australian in one room, Jamaican in the next, Lorenzo in the crazy room.
The four, I could be a Karen too. Listen, when I get those family members and they tell me they're nurse and then they start telling me what to do to my job. Okay, so Karen, take my fucking job then. Put that medication down. Chart for me. If you know what I'm doing, do it for yourself then.
Charting.
Yeah, charting. Okay, so going back to nursing school, you passed it. You made it. How, like, as a student, how were you as a student? Like, are you more of like an alone person studying? Are you like a group person? Like, how did you handle this whole nursing school?
So I was a mix. Like, I did really good. I would normally study the material by myself to start, and then I would integrate group studies to like help each other out. Maybe if there's like a point we're not understanding, we would like get back together and be like, okay, well, that's funny that you said that because that's not how I interpreted it, and that's how we would work through things.
Yes.
But off the bat, by myself. And then if somebody ever wanted to study, because like I have a couple friends who they just need to be in the room with somebody to study.
That's me.
That's fine. But you get 5 words, and then after that, I got to put my hair, like, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. But
right.
It just depends. I would say towards the end of it, I was more cool with just studying with people all the time.
Right.
But also, there's such a tax on your mental health on the last, like, 2 semesters of nursing school.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's like the taxing
I was like, it's
part.
okay. We can be together. Like, don't go home.
Yeah, literally. Because I have ADHD. Like, I cannot focus. So if I have someone there who's focused and who got their shit together and they're like, listen, it's time to study, guys. It's time for pharmacology. And I was like, yeah, but I'm scrolling on TikTok. Give me a minute.
We did. And we definitely had those days where, like, we would study and then we would spend 90% of the time on social media or doing something crazy.
Oh, my God.
And
we
would be like, hold on.
Yeah.
I was so big bag.
My bag's so big. We were in a library, a professional library, 24-hour library. We would order those 50 chicken wings, and we would be eating that.
Okay.
They went because we in the library that we go to, like you can rent a space. Ooh. So then when they open that door, they're like, wait a second, we got Asian, we got Chinese, Indian, everything in here smelling.
We would literally get in the car after class and have like a room to ourselves. We would get in the car and stop at like 3 different restaurants.
Oh,
like,
God.
I want this, I want this. And then you know what?
That's how you cope.
We need a sweet little treat to finish it off. So let's go ahead and stop here and grab a cookie or 7. And you know, just get through it. But the studying got done.
Thank you. And we made it.
Might be some munching through it, but that's fine. You know?
Exactly. We might have, you know, got some cholesterol higher up than the usual. But guess what? So is our grades.
Amen.
Thank you. So then you became a nurse. How long have you been a nurse now?
I've been a nurse for a year and some change, probably like a year and 2 months. I graduated in December last year, started in like February 1st-ish, and then, yeah. So I've been a nurse for a little over a year.
Oh my God.
That is insane. I've been saving lives for over a year.
For a year. How was that? How do you feel? What was the first unit that you work at?
So I was a PCI, an intern, patient care intern in the neuro ICU. First ever job.
Neuro ICU? You're fucked. That's crazy.
It's like a bad bitch, you know?
Yeah.
And then I ended up accepting a job and working as a registered nurse in the medical ICU.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you've always been an ICU person. Listen, so nursing is like you gotta pair it up to your personality. Like I'm crazy, I'm ADHD, I got shit going on in my life. I like chaos, so I stayed in med surg and ER.
Yeah.
Are you like one of those people who like it organized together?
I would say I'm like a hybrid. You know, it kind of depends on the day.
I love a
it
hybrid.
Depending on how clean the haircut and the brows are. You know what I'm saying? Because in the ICU, like the patients just be doing shit. You know, whether it's their blood and body just doing shit or they're just doing shit. And I'm the same way. Like I just be doing shit, and so it works out. But like, there's some point in the just doing shit that we meet, and that's where the ICU is. You know.
Okay, I like that take because you know what? People are always like, "Yeah, I went to ICU because I don't like chaos. I like my fucking lines straighten up."
You don't like chaos?
I like. You're right.
I ain't never heard that. ICU and ED are literally both chaos. It's just one's an organized chaos,
and then the other one was a fucked up chaos.
It's both chaotic.
And I salute every ICU nurses because y'all can manage like 20 different pumps and 12 fucking machines going on in that one patient's room. But for me, I cannot even put 2 pumps and not fucking mix those 2 fucking lines.
Please.
And that's totally fine for me.
And that's fine.
That's how my head works.
Because let me tell you something. If you put me on a med surg floor today, I would be in shambles. Literally in shambles.
Yeah, med surg isn't for everybody. I mean, like you gotta be from the gutter. Like you gotta know how the fuck it works in the gutter. Like I came from a very poor life, and I know the streets, and so I was like, you know what, med surg is for me. I've seen that in the Philippines. I'm gonna survive this in a hospital here.
I think the ICU, and don't beat me up for saying this, but I think the ICU is for control freaks.
They is.
Okay, because I'm not going to tell you again to crisp my linen on the side when you help me with this bed bath. This got to be straight. And pull an iron out if you got it. Flat iron, regular, like crisp it. We're not leaving the room until the linens are crisp.
He want that lifestyle TikTok where they like fucking like iron the whole fucking thing.
I'm trying, literally, tuck it, roll it, everything. And honestly, call a family and tell them come look right now. Because... you know
one thing, like my intrusive thought wants me to ever like just me fixing a room and do like a whole like content creation about it. If it's not HIPAA or privacy violation, I would like to like knead down a whole bed,
literally
put a pump in like tick 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 tick, like ASMR, like tick tick.
That'd be so fun. I want to wear a GoPro so bad, but you know, HIPAA be out here dragging folks down.
Yeah, no. I wish we could have done that, but we can't. But you know what? That's some of my intrusive thoughts, like telling me, like, damn, that would be so much fun. Like, I feel like people would watch it.
We can make it so aesthetic too, like.
Thank you.
Okay, like
me spraying like lemon spray, lavender in my patient's room.
Full PPE down.
Thank you. Let me show you how I put my PPE. Hey.
I'm literally. You just gotta get active.
Exactly. And so you became a nurse, and now here. Now my next question to you is, how did social media come about? So okay, because you're very natural.
I've always dabbled in just like posting things. You know, I grew up with the YouTube era. Not that it's away, but like there was like a YouTube like.
Are you an iPad kid?
No, I didn't get that luxury.
Oh, okay. No. Okay. Mm-mm. But you love YouTube.
Yeah. Well, that's all we really had. My mom was definitely one of those where she was like, you can't have an Instagram until you're 85. And now my little brother and sister just be doing whatever. Anyway, so, you know, there was like, you couldn't always be on electronics and stuff. So when I finally did get on there and got to like do things and create as I was younger, it was like super cool. I actually had a YouTube channel. I deleted all the videos because
my God. Listen, I've had my YouTube face. I was singing Britney Spears. I posted it. I got 20 views. Baby, I never felt like, you know, so famous with my 20 views.
Okay.
And my voice is like cracky. It was a webcam from my desktop.
You walk in like this the next day of class.
Windows Windows XP. I was like, toxic.
That That's funny.
That is
no,
literally
that's how it was. Like you literally just did the most random stuff ever.
I
it was
swear.
insane.
My favorite was when I did a telephone by Lady Gaga when it came out.
Do you still have it?
It's up there. Please don't
roll
look.
the clip back.
I
need the clip to be rolled back.
Please. And I used to do like prank challenges because it was such a thing in YouTube before.
You were doing everything.
I know. I did a bucket challenge. Remember the bucket challenge when they're like
dumping ice all over you?
Yeah, and they're like,
that.
I nominate my cousins.
Yep.
That was insane. Yep.
All the stuff. And so, it just was fun. Then I gave it up for a little while because I had to get serious. When I moved to Georgia, my dad was not on that. My dad was like, weed eating cut grass now. And I was like, I can't. Like, I just can't do it. It was so hard moving here.
You're too sassy for that.
You don't
You're
get it.
too sassy for that lifestyle.
Listen, me, my mother, and my grandmother, our fun on the weekends was like to the mall, to the salon, to the barber.
Thank you. I love them all.
Okay. Well, then I moved here, and my dad was like, to Tractor Supply, to the nearest flea market. And I'm like, okay, that's fun, but like, what about the mall? And he was like, what about the mall? And I'm like,
that's where we want to be.
There's this picture that was floating around to me.
Floating around.
Okay, no, somebody went on my Facebook, one of my friends found this picture, and I was literally like bawling tears pushing the lawnmower, like a push mower. Horrible.
Your dad said like blue collar.
He was like,
it's blue collar at 10.
Work. Yeah.
Oh my God. He put you to work, physical labor.
But baddies are built from all sides.
Thank you. It's
a lifestyle.
It's you gotta rise up from where you were so you can tell a story. You cannot just be a baddie from day one. A baddie got a story.
They always got a story.
So you can write a book.
So I can cut the grass at 5 p.m. and then at 9 p.m. like up martini on the rocks bruised. See what I'm saying? Like it's just you got to be able to live multiple lives, but that could be the personalities. I don't really know.
That's why that's why we can multitask as a nurse because we can do things. I can be your bank account teller. I can also fix your iPhone password, your remote in your room. I can deal with your family problems and shit. Like you can ask me everything, okay? But all I wish is that you guys tip us. That's one thing I want. Imagine we ask patient tip whenever they ask us something that's not within our job description.
I'll be balling.
Please.
I will be balling.
I will buy the whole unit and I will run it myself.
It would be the Otero hospital if we ran off tips because there's no way.
Imagine, like, can I please get some ice chips, please? 18, 20, or 22?
Okay, no, mine's starting at 50%.
Oh.
50, 100, 150. Like, you got to think big.
Think big. He's a businessman. He's a businessman.
Okay.
He knows what he's talking about.
Especially in the ICU, most of y'all are on vents. So if we're asking for... Yeah. Large tip. Thanks.
I think the only thing I cannot deal with ICU is like when the family member comes and they act the whole thing for this person. I was like, yeah, but
I'm on night shift.
Oh,
so
you are?
Yeah, I'm a night shifter.
You're a night shift baddie.
So I haven't had. See, you get it.
Yeah.
I haven't really had any crazy interactions with family. I have had a couple nurses come in, but truthfully, the nurses that I've had as like family members, honestly, they're really understanding. And they
a lot of them does.
They kind of just mind their business. Now, they do get crunk with the doctors. I do apologize for that. Actually, I'm not sorry, but they do get crunk with the doctors. And sometimes, I think it's just like they know what to not do. I think people are starting to realize, like, you know what? I really shouldn't be tackling the nurse unless they're just doing something outrageous. And so I haven't really had any problems with families. I think everybody's been super chill.
That's nice. Because I feel like...
Thank God.
But I think, like, a lot of the younger nurses now gets in trouble with that just because, like, they think, like, because you're young, you're uneducated. Or, like, you don't know what you're doing. Like... How old are you? Like, they always ask me, like, how old are you? I was like, 29. It's like, okay, well, you look 20 to me. Like, do you know what you're doing? I was like, yes, ma'am. That's why I'm wearing these scrubs. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm here standing next to your husband. So, yes, I do know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm a little anxious. I'm a little depressed. I'm a little bipolar, but it's working.
I got it done.
Exactly.
This heartbeat will be the same when I leave, okay?
Thank you. Oh, my God. So, that's that. And how did the social media come about?
I just started posting, and honestly, I was really doing it for fun at first, and then one literally one singular
it's always the one singular day.
I posted a video just talking smack, and then not even the next day, like a few hours later, I was in like the thousands. Now, mind you, I was getting in like the hundreds with the first, videos I was posting. And so then I checked it again, and then I was in like double digit thousands. And I was like, hold on. Are y'all seeing this? And then I checked it the next day, and it was even further higher. And I was like, wait a minute, let me find out y'all like me talking shit, because I do this all day for free. Like,
I love this yapping session.
And so that's when I was like, okay, cool. Well, then I tried to post something regular, and it didn't do nothing again. And I was like, I see what's going on here.
They just like it that I talk smack.
I see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Y'all just want me to be a hood rat. Y'all want me to be my natural self. And so I did. I just started posting just my thoughts about whatever was going on in the hospital or what I experienced, and people loved it. And
hell yeah.
At first it was like, you can use audios, and audios were like a really big thing.
Yeah.
And now people want more like of you talking and stuff like that. So when it was audios, I would just make, like, I remember one was me being a student, and I put like itis is inflammation when people ask what I'm in nursing school and what I know. And it did numbers. And I'm like, please, the way I would have said this free of charge, like,
like you don't have to even ask me. Okay? I will do it. I will do it for free. Oh my God, that's so funny, because honestly, like, I feel like people connect more now on people who just like are able to talk to camera, because it's like FaceTiming your best friend, right?
Yeah.
And like, I could be lying down in bed, I could be driving, I could be doing anything, and I put that in, and then you just talk to the camera, and you have this confidence in you and aura that just feels like it makes someone feels comfortable being able to just watch and talk to you.
Yeah. Well, that's the goal. We're all in it. Inevitably, we're all in it together.
That's it.
And like, even though I'm not a student anymore, I still experienced it, and like I still got my ass beat through it. Like,
exactly,
it's a universal experience, and I think that a lot of times people feel shunned, like they can't be honest about how something felt or what they experienced, or like that was insane. But you can, like, it's fine, because you're not the only person who feels that way, and
exactly,
you're gonna keep feeling that way. Like, I still will get home and be like, what did I just do at work? Like, what is happening right now?
Right. My favorite is like when I say something in a room of a patient, I was like, did I just fucking say that?
Okay.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's not the smartest decision I could have ever said, but guess what? I did, and we'll try it again next time.
And that's all you can do.
Exactly. And then you started your Yap videos, and the Yap videos just sells, because now you have a whole community of people just loving you saying anything.
Who also like to yap.
Exactly.
That show is.
And that's why I think like people like you, Tia, Eunice, all these people, I love you guys so much, just because you guys are just like the intrusive thoughts that the millennials, the Gen X, the boomers have, but they cannot speak it.
Yeah, they don't want to say it.
And the Gen Zs are just like, yeah, I fucking hate my patient today, and guess what? I will hate them forever.
And then there's literally at the nurse's station, I'm like, is this thing on? Turn the car light off. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, what's going? You do, but then you say it, and they're like,
I know, right?
And then the rest of the Gen Zers are just like, hell yeah.
Yeah, dead ass. And I just love the Gen Z, that you guys' generation of nursing. It's just because, like, you know how like they look down like content creators, of healthcare content creators, just because like, oh my God, why do you guys do this? If you guys are complaining that you're burnt out and you got no time, so why do you have time to put your camera on? Tell us how the fuck is this going on? Because this is the only way people can actually find out what the fuck is going on inside the hospital. Because apart from that, all you guys know is we just sit there on our computer, do nothing. And that's why I love every single content creator who's out there and sharing things about the nursing profession and telling us all the shit that you guys are going through, because then people can understand us.
Yeah.
Like, they can understand how shitty, like, oh my God, they had to do that? Yeah. Which you will never find the fuck out unless you are with a healthcare worker or a nurse. And now they have more compassion towards us.
I think that's the biggest thing, is like, moving forward, obviously there's like the entertainment side of the content always.
For sure.
But I think people are starting to be more mindful of what's going on when they are at the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it really honestly boils down a lot more past the patient, because you have to remember, like, a lot of these patients, for me at least, are completely disoriented. You know, like, they have no idea really what's going on. Like, and it might seem like they're there, but like, once you start learning and you become a nurse, you do these assessments, you start realizing, like, okay, something's still not right here. And so for them, you really can't. It's harder for me to get frustrated with them, but the frustration comes in when the people from the outside are like, what the hell? And I'm like, girl, I'm asking the same thing. What the hell? Like, I'm trying to figure it out with you, you know? So it just brings a lot of awareness, but that's the key of all of it too. Like, and who else you know is going to laugh at the trauma and then go back to work?
Thank you. Nothing. Nurses. That's it. So I just love that we are now in this generation of like putting ourselves out there, and honestly, like, you see so many, like, you know, past generation, like millennials, Gen X, boomer, like, thank you so much for going out there on the internet and telling our story and the things that we're going through, because honestly, this is something that we wish we could have done, but we were too scared because of HIPAA, because of all of these things. But you know, there are also some dumb healthcare creators out there who doesn't think whenever they post things in the internet, and they just be doing something like record themselves while they're on shift. I know.
I'm scared of you.
I know. And that's why I'm telling people, I was like, you can create, because I used to create content when I was, you know, in the hospital.
Right.
But like, what I keep telling people, I was like, nobody can tell if you're on break, if you're out of the if you're off your shift or anything like that. So please don't do it in your hospital. That's what I keep telling them. I was like, if you want to keep the job, and people will be in your ass every single, your coworkers, they be jealous. They will talk about you. They will bring those fucking videos of yours and put it in a motherfucking HR. And that's what I'm telling people. I was like, create videos, but create it at home, in your car, when you get off from shift, but don't do it in the hospital.
Okay.
Because, again, people are jealous when you are getting success. Because success makes people envy of what you have. And that's why I always try to keep myself and my business within me.
I tell people that all the time. The less they know, the better. Okay.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just gotta pop out and show them. You know.
Papa, thank you.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show them.
Kendrick, thank you. Say Drake, thank you. Even though I'm
say Drake, thank you.
Thank you. Even though I'm Canadian, yeah, he kind of embarrasses. Yeah, a little bit. He a little sassy. I love Drake though. He's sassy as fuck.
Every time I see Drake, I just be like, here he go again. What he finna do this time?
I know.
He is funny. Honestly, he is funny.
He is funny though. I love him. Like the Anita Maxwin.
See, like, what's going on?
I was like, you are the sassiest
like, one
rapper.
Day, he literally was like a half Spanish album, and the next it was house music. I'm like, what's going on here? There's a lot happening at one time. Like, and guess who be playing him?
Me.
Okay.
The new song that he has, Nokia. Is it Stacy? Is it Keisha? Is it Becky? What the fuck the function? Hey.
Okay.
I love him.
That's me all the time. Where the function?
Anyways, going back to social media, like, so apart from like making nursing content, what else content do you make? Because I see a lot of lifestyle from you.
So I do. I try to integrate it with lifestyle, and honestly, just making my life aesthetic, because people have this perception. This is an ongoing thing on social media, which is like content creators only share like the blissful parts of their lives, which to an extent is true. But the purpose of that is because that is what's going on in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously everybody, even all the way up to the wealthiest, have days that I'm sure that's like, this was a shit day. Like, nothing went as planned. But if at the end of the day, I'm getting dressed, I'm getting in my new car with my jewelry on, my expensive, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to eat a steak dinner, that was still a part of the lifestyle. That's the day. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you guys are asking for it. You're like, please show us a day in your life. And then somebody show you a day in their life and they're like, oh my God, are you flexing your shit? Like, no, you asked for this. You want to see it, you get it.
Another thing too, though, is I feel like for a lot of the creators coming up, like myself, a lot of people that watch the content were watching it when I was in the nursing school phase where I didn't have the funds to do certain stuff. Like, I couldn't just go buy XYZ. Like I couldn't get a new car. And so really what it boils down to is perception, because, you know, the difference in my comments are the difference in who's been there for a while and who hasn't, because I'll see comments all the time and they're like, you're reminding me that like once I graduate, I can do the same thing that you're doing. And that's the goal. Like you don't have to be born into XYZ and flex this money that you either have or you don't have. Like we all started when we were in nursing school. Like it's a progression. And so the people who are joining me now, either they love it or they hate it, and that's fine. But the people who were there, this is not a flex. This is me being proud that I did the work that was put in. And that's the perception. Like
Clocked.
I'm proud of what I've gone through to get to this point, because nursing school and life, getting double teamed by the two baddest bitches out there, school and life, and still making time to like do the things that I want to do, spending my money how I want to, like
Exactly.
you would do it too.
Exactly. And I think like I get what you're saying, because like again, people tend to, it's like you share the bad of you, and then they're like, oh my God, I didn't know that you're going through this. This is so crazy. Like, why would you post you crying? And then now they share the positive of them, and it's them like shopping for themselves, doing things for themselves. It's like, oh my God, are you flexing? Like, there's never like a happiness for people in social media to just appreciate what you give them. Like, we are spending our time to share y'all a part of our life, and the only thing you could have done is to leave something positive, encouragement, or like, you know, appreciation. And like again, like what you say, like you work hard for the money that you've earned, and you get to decide what the fuck you want to do with that money. You want to buy a $20,000 Cartier ring, that's your fucking money. And yes, shit's struggling, people are struggling in life, but guess what, he working hard. He doing what he want to do. If he want to buy a Lamborghini right now, you're like, oh my God, didn't you just graduate? Well, he got the money. What you gonna do about it?
Okay.
Are you want him to buy a Honda Civic? That's not what he wants. What he wanted was a Lamborghini. He got the Lamborghini, as he should.
And the real ones know the Honda Cat. You know what I'm saying?
A Honda Cat.
Like I was a Honda Caddy for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you got a Bronco now.
I did.
Oh my!
I did.
Your Bronco. You guys, I've seen the Bronco in real. Sexy as fuck.
She's stunning. I named her Denim
Then
because she's blue.
Yeah. That ate. But like she shiny as fuck outside. She looked good. He was just sitting there. He's like, I saw him like pulling. I was like, okay, I know this.
With the shades on.
I know. But yeah, and also like your stuff. You love fashion too.
I love fashion.
Oh my God, I saw them pictures. I was like, okay, he's everything. He multi-talented man, I would say. Like man of all trades. Lawnmower, stylish, lifestyle, nurse. What else he want? He can drive a good car. Oh, hey. Bilingual.
Okay.
A bad bitch. Hey.
The list is ever going.
Exactly.
You know?
And I think that's the most important thing. It's like enjoying your life. Honestly, like life is too short, and like so many shit's going on in this world right now.
So much. There's literally like I just be doing shit. The world just be doing shit.
Exactly. So you just gotta mind your business, do what makes you happy. You know, do things that will satisfy you, because that's something that I regret that I didn't do for myself, is that I keep saving money. But I was like, why do I keep saving money when I could have just spent that money for something that I actually want, but I stopped myself from doing it because I feel like saving is more important. Saving is more important, don't get me wrong. Like, you should save if you want a car, if you want a house and all this stuff, but don't forget to treat yourself. Have a little sweet treat for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, whatever that is. It could be a designer thing. It could be you going on a trip. It could be anything. But if it makes you happy and it gets you out from like a really, really dark place in your life, do it.
It could be a Hershey bar.
Thank you.
That's fine.
That's
if that
fine.
Hershey bar is what you wanted, then that's designer for you, and that's all that matters.
That's it.
Don't forget, you make the brand. The brand don't make you.
Oh, period.
That's what you gotta.
He ate that one.
That's been my new motto. Is like you make things. Things don't make you. Okay, because I mean, all it takes is for you to eat something down one time, and then everybody's like, "Hold on, like where did you?" And I'm like, "Okay." because I know y'all know half of these brands that are out now, they used to be in Walmart. Don't forget.
Thank you.
Because before Crocs was what they was, Walmart. Before Champion was what it was, Walmart. But somebody put that shit on and made it, and then it escalated from there. That mentality should be what you do in for everything that you do. You know what I'm saying?
She's a poet.
I'm just,
philosopher. Pure. I love that mindset. That's true.
That's why I tell everybody, like, this sounds insane, but every time I do something, I like add baddie behind it, because this year's just about being a baddie. Now, being a baddie, not doing bad, because a lot of people get that confused. You got to be a baddie, don't do bad. But yeah, you might as well nurse baddie, work baddie, going to sleep baddie, waking up early baddie, running baddie. Like, you add baddie to the end of it, and it motivates you. You think a little bit harder about it. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that. Oh my God, that's just so funny. And I think that's motivational. It sounds so basic. It sounds so like cliche.
It sounds like fun, just joking around.
Fun, joking around. But honestly, that's true. Like whatever, because whatever you tell yourself in front of that mirror is what's going to be.
Seriously.
And what's going to happen to you. Like if you tell yourself you're ugly today, you'll be ugly for the rest of the fucking day. If you tell yourself you're sexy as fuck and you don't need no motherfucking man, you won't need a motherfucking man, and you will stay beautiful. You know what I mean? Sometimes those motherfucking relationship eats you up too. So just stay single. Focus on yourself. Focus on your growth. Focus on making yourself the baddest bitch out there. And when you're the baddest bitch, you can find another bitch you want to be with.
Okay. Live your life.
Live your life. And another thing that you told me is like you like modeling. What's up with that? Come on. Spill us. First of all, okay, I met him for the very first time. He got the height. He got the face. He got the hair. He got the body. He got the fashion. He got everything. We're complete. Hey.
That means this is all that's left.
That's it.
It's a work in progress. It's dealing with not a childhood trauma, but like, being a model was always a thing, I feel like, at a certain point, but because of the world that we live in, it was never really like let's do it. Like, you can do it. It was more of a like, that will be fun, but what are you going to do for work? Like, that's always what it kind of was. Like, okay, like, that's a nice dream, but what do you, like, let's be logical. That was what it was. Let's be realistic. That's what it was back then, was let's be realistic.
Love.
And so, like, I was realistic, and I got a degree, which is...
I got a degree.
Baddie, like, you know what I'm saying? There's just no losing here, but I do have bigger things that I want to accomplish, so it's something that's in the works. It's going to take some time like everything else does, but...
That's it. As long as you have a dream. And like, people always confuse things of like, let's say you're a nurse and then become a content creator and then you focus on doing content creation and they're like, so now you're not a nurse. Like, you're not doing nursing. Like, you left nursing. No, baby, but I can pursue other things other than nursing. Like, I'm not stuck on being a nurse. Like, if you want to be a flight attendant tomorrow, do it for yourself. If you want to be a florist tomorrow, do it for yourself. Does it make you happy? Yes is the answer. Then you are doing it right.
And the beauty of it is you only have to work 3/12s.
Yes. And guess what? You can quit nursing today and next year, next week, next month, next 10 years, they will still need your ass because you got that degree.
Don't forget that.
That's it. That's why even though nursing is like a lot of suffering, a lot of like shit, like literally and like metaphorically, they will still need you forever. Because you know why? We're the backbone of motherfucking healthcare.
I always tell people, you can have a job by tomorrow.
That's it. And they will also replace you tomorrow. So just remind yourself that whenever you're about to take a overtime shift and you're about to burn out yourself, that they can replace you tomorrow. So you know what? Take that vacation, take that PTO. Don't regret it. Do whatever you want.
Live your life.
Love. Oh my God, that was so fun. Now, to end this episode, but because I think like, oh my God, people are gonna love this. All the new grads, everyone. Now, I want you to leave with a beautiful message to anyone who's listening right now, to the new grads, to the new nurses, to all the nurses, to anyone who wants to be a healthcare content creator. What would you tell these people?
Honestly, I'm gonna focus more on the new.
New.
Because that's where I resonate the most, is with the new. New grads, new nurses, new to a hospital. Don't put your earmuffs on and just tell yourself that you fucking got this. And I'm emphasizing the F in fucking got this, because it is so hard, and being new can be so degrading in your own mind. But like, don't punish yourself for what you don't know. That is why we learn. And I think a lot of times people forget that. I forgot that. I did. I forgot it so bad. Like, I forgot real hardcore, to the point where I would go home and be so upset. Like, what am I even doing this for? Don't do that to yourself. Give yourself grace. Be okay with not knowing, but know that you need to learn it. You know what I'm saying? So like, just don't beat yourself up at all. When you feel your worst, that's how you know you're doing your best. Because if you didn't feel bad about being new and starting out and not knowing, it would mean you didn't care, which means you don't need to be there. So it's okay. Take a swim, go eat a chocolate cake or something, but don't beat yourself up when you're in the new, because the new is going to be hard. That's what it is. It's new. Figuring it out, though, and dedicating yourself to it is what matters the most.
I love that. And again, the imposter syndrome in nursing will always be there. No matter how long you've been a nurse, you will always still have something that you don't know in the healthcare system. And I think that is the beauty of it. It's because if you think and 100% sure that you know every fucking thing and what you're doing, you are dangerous as fuck. I don't want to work with you. I don't want to be associated with you. You are not supposed to be where you are, because you know what? If you know everything, nobody fucking knows everything. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Like, nobody knows everything. Like, even the 20 years, 30 years, 40 years in nursing or healthcare, they still ask question. Ask your fucking question. You're not stupid for asking question. If somebody makes you feel like you're stupid for asking question, they're fucking stupid, because everybody still doesn't know. Like, I would still, like, there are times that I've done an action for like 20, 40, 50 times. But if my mind ever tells me like, you better check that with someone else, I will. Because at the end of the day, you're saving lives. Somebody else's lives is in your hand. And that is the truthful thing about it. So you better make sure that whatever you're doing is saving someone's life instead of ending it.
And not only that, the doctors don't even know everything.
Ooh.
That's why we consult other teams.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? You didn't think about that, did you? When they consult, baby, we don't know what else to do.
Baby,
okay?
I remember doctors asking me, should I give potassium pills or IV? I was like, you should have fucking know. Like, why am I supposed to answer that for you? He's like, well, you know the patient best. I was like, yeah, but you're the doctor, right? Like, you're the one ordering it. Like, you're asking me to order that. Am I getting paid the same, pay as you? Yeah, because I can order that, but give me your paycheck for this week. But yes, for all the people listening right now, new grads, becoming a nurse soon and all that stuff. Again, what Lorenzo is saying, that, trust yourself. Don't beat up yourself too much when, things gets hard. Listen, we all go through it. And I think the beauty of nursing too is that you can go to social media and find this nursing influencers like him and other influencer and feel related to them. Because guess what? Every single one of us goes through the same exact fucking thing. And that's why there's a thing called trauma bonding. Because that's what connects us all. The trauma that we experience makes us feel less alone and more related to a bunch of other people. Because then if you see someone struggling with the same shit that you just experienced, you're like, okay, so I'm not fucking crazy.
No,
I'm not
crazy.
the only one, And yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now, since we're ending this, people are probably going to want to follow you on all your social media account. What is your @ Because they're going to want to know that for sure.
So Instagram is at Renz, RENZ .Otero, OTERO. And then my TikTok is Renzo, RENZO, period, Otero, OTERO.
Amazing. You should make your Facebook. You should make your Snapchat. You should make your YouTube. You should make all this other thing.
Yeah, I probably should.
They make money.
They all about the same. It's just Renz with a different something.
Yeah, exactly. Go find him. Follow him. He's amazing. Listen, he's living an authentic, truthful, happy life as a nurse, as a model, as a lifestyle creator, as everything. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the podcast. Again, if you're listening right now, follow us on Apple and Spotify podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review. Share this episode and make sure you follow Lorenzo on all his socials and tune in because you know what? Abadi is going to show you everything that's happening in his life.
Okay.
Love you guys so much. I will see you again next week for another episode of your favorite caffeinated, medicated, never hydrated podcast with your favorite bestie, Nurse John. I love you guys so much. I'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
See you guys.